What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Now, before I get into this video, this is obviously going to be about my story, as you've seen in the title. But before I get into this, I'm just going to make you aware that I have got a free community, and all you have to do is click the link down below and you'll get into my Skool community. It's all things to do with remote sales, appointment setting, how to actually make money online through sales, and it's completely free. So if you want access to valuable information and you want the step-by-step guide on how I got from what you're going to hear about in this story to where I am now, check the link down below. But anyway, let's get into this video. Okay, so welcome to my story. If you don't care about me or you don't want to listen to this, cool, completely understand. But if you have some interest in how I got to where I am, then that's cool. So I'm going to start this story off by mentioning that I was just a normal kid from Southwest Wales, living in not far from Swansea. I was working in Tesco, dropped out of university when COVID happened and started working in Tesco. So that was the start of my story. And when I worked in Tesco, I was so demoralized by working a 9 to 5, having to work for someone else, working someone else's hours, working someone else's time, give up my time essentially for like £10 an hour. And I was so dissatisfied. And I had a few personal circumstances in my life that really kicked my arse into gear and really made me want to pursue something other than the 9 to 5 life. So myself and my former business partner Alex, we started a podcast called the Club I'm Podcast. Now, at the time, this podcast was just about fitness. It was about health and fitness. It was about mental health, mainly the gym, because my ambition was that I wanted to start a brand and develop a brand and eventually get my own gym. But things took on from there. We got a few guests on, started to climb the ranks, get good views, started gaining a bit of traction with it. And that was something that we wanted to do full time. Now, if we rewind back to March or February 2023, after we did the Cuba Cherlin and the AJ Morris podcast, I had enough. I was at a breaking point where I was like, right, I can't be doing this 9 to 5 life. I was working for a government agency at the time. I was like, I can't be doing this 9 to 5 life. I can't be living on someone else's time. I'd been interacting with people like Cuba, like AJ, like Jack Thorburn, who were obviously, fitness coaches at the time and still are. But I was interacting with them, and I was in awe of the fact that they can, get up when they choose. And I know that they're all disciplined individuals, but they could get up when they choose. They could carry out their day as and when they want. They could train when they want. They could eat when they want. And then there was a tipping point where we did the podcast with Cuba. Really good podcast as well. It's on the Be Seen channel. Did the podcast with Cuba. He took us out in his RS6 for a spin. Took us out in his G-Wagon for a spin, and a switch just flipped to me, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't live 9 to 5 anymore. I need freedom. And travelling back from Rotherham then to Southwest Wales that day, it was eye-opening. I was like, I can't be doing this. I can't not live with freedom. And that week when I went back to work, it was probably the most mentally demoralising weeks of my life. I was like, right, how am I doing this? Why am I doing this? How can I get out of this? And essentially, I didn't really have a way out. I just got to a point where I just didn't want to work anymore. I didn't want to work in my job. And I just simply quit. No savings, no financial backing, no safety plan. We were going all in on a business of videography, which was Alma Cinematics at the time. If you remember that, then you're an OG. But we went all in on that, and it was a bit of a failure. Well, not a failure, it was a lesson. From March 2023 till May 2023, I made about £300 in 3 months, so £100 a month. I was broke, and there was a very, very good reason why this was, and that was the reason that I couldn't sell. I was trying to get companies to work with me, so I was outreaching to them and offering them this, offering them that. No one would take it up on me. Sorry, no one would take my offer up. And then even if I got someone on a call, let's say, I wouldn't close them. I would send them I'd have a chat with them. I'd send them I'd say, I'm going to send you a quote, and then we'll chat again about it, and we'll get to work. And I was met with the same, I'll think about it. I was met with the same, I'll let you know. and I was just rejected every single time. And this was because I couldn't sell. And it really, I've really reflected on this moment, this point in time in my life, and I've realised that if I didn't learn sales, then I would still be where I am. I would not be in this beautiful villa in the tropical island of Koh Samui. I would be back in Buryport, outreaching to people and getting nowhere. So sales has done well by me, and I enjoy sales, and it's single-handedly got me to this position where I can travel the world and live. But back to it, that was March and May, and then at the end of May I met my then soon-to-be business mentor Josh Dexter, and we did a podcast with Josh, another one which you can watch. That's a fantastic watch. Did a podcast with Josh, and then we got on a call and decided to work together, and this is key because at the time I could not afford him. Like I just told you, I left my job with probably about just over £1,400 and I earned £300 in 3 months. So pretty clear that I could not afford Josh at the time. Now obviously I found a way around it, and I actually got into debt to make it work. And it's one of those situations in life, and I think that everyone has those situations in life where you can either there's two parallel choices. You can have the choice that you make that's uncomfortable but you make it work, or there's the choice that you make that's comfortable and you think no, but then that's the road that leads nowhere. The road to riches, in my opinion, and the road to freedom is all through risk, and I don't think if you don't take any risk, then you won't get there. In my opinion, obviously I'm not there yet. I will be, but I think that there's a lot of risk and hard work in front of me. But back to the point, I met Josh, started working with him. That's when BC was founded, and the months leading after that, June, July, August was a monumental month as well. That was our best ever month, that at the date. And then it was just, went to Marbella then for the first time to make Josh's courses in September. And then it was just, let's get back to Marbella as soon as we can from there. And I'm thankful for that first Marbella trip because it really opened my eyes. And the 7 months, the 7 months that I was working with BC, 9 months, sorry. The 9 months that I was working with BC was a real eye opener. And the biggest reason that I think the biggest reason I credit to not succeeding but to getting anywhere is because of the ability to sell. And that's something that my business mentor Josh taught me how to sell, taught me how to communicate to people, taught me how to actually communicate that I can help people. And that is how I am to where I am today. I mean, booked the one-way flight to Marbella in November, and then in December we just worked again, and then in January we left. And then obviously from January to now it's just been constant work, traveling, a bit of enjoying. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and share my story because in all honesty, didn't believe that I would actually get here. I always used to watch Hamza videos, I always used to watch Jack Hopkins videos and just look at them sort of living this life of freedom and earning money and going places, and I used to just dream of that, but I never actually thought I'd get here, which is a bit weird to say. But now that I am here, it reaffirms to me that I can do anything I set my mind to, and I know that if I work hard and if I just put the time and the effort in, then you can get there. And obviously that's just a short version of my story, but I think it's all that matters. But one thing is really clear to me, that if I didn't get into sales, if I didn't get into remote sales and learn the skills that are all involved in sales, I don't think I would be where I am right now. But if you're looking to even just change your life a small bit and get control of your time and get control of your freedom, then I think it's imperative that you learn sales. That's what I would do. If I was back there, I would learn sales. I've just put a video out saying about what I would do 6 months ago if I had to start again, and I would do sales. But it's the single most impactful skill that you can learn ever, and that's not just me saying it. There's hundreds of thousands of people who would agree with me there, and that is why I'm so passionate about freedom, and I'm so passionate about helping people to get free and to get out of the 9-to-5 job and the slave mindset that most people are in due to social conditioning, I believe. I'm not going to get into that now, but I think that as a young man, you crave freedom, you crave the ability to create your own wealth, and you crave the ability to control your own time. And I think the quickest route to satisfying those cravings is sales. And I'm biased towards sales, obviously, but I mean, it's the easiest way to get out and start earning your money, because you are in control of how much money you earn. But I'm not going to start pitching you on sales. Obviously, like I said at the start of the video, I do have a free school that teaches people how to get from where I was, where I didn't have any money and I was in debt, to where I am now, where you can start to travel and you can start to do things that you love, and you can start to have a bit more freedom. But if you want to join that school, all you have to do is click the link down below. This has been a bit of my story. I know it's been a bit of a mishmash of topics all in one, but I've wanted to tell this for a while, and I've been asked by a few people about this, and I've been asked by a few people why I'm credible to give any sort of advice in sales, and that's because I obviously took BC from 0 to 100k annually, and that was largely done through organic sales. But if you want to learn sales, or you want to learn the steps that you can start to take to get a bit more freedom with your time, and a bit more freedom with where you want to be, then join my school. Click the link down below. Or if you just want to watch my videos and listen to me talk, then you can just click subscribe on YouTube. But I appreciate you listening. If you got this far, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.